I'd just like to preface by saying these are tears of hope. I've never had this much hope in my life, so thank you. My name is Jennifer Norris. I was raised to love, honor, and serve my country. It was my life's ambition to have a career in the Air Force. I wanted to be chief. I am a veteran and a survivor of rape and harassment in the military. Earlier this year, I testified in front of the House Armed Services Committee on the largest sexual abuse scandal in Air Force history. If the chain of command had been removed from handling sexual assaults before I was attacked, I believe justice would have been served, or perhaps it would have been prevented in the first place. At first, I was too afraid to report my assault to my chain of command. But 2 years later, I was forced to report due to the escalation of the behavior and the fear that I would be raped again. Instead, I was re-victimized by the system. I want to make it clear to General Welch that blaming a civilian hookup culture for the epidemic does nothing but contribute to victim blaming, excusing perpetrators, and it belittles the serious nature of these crimes. This is a problem that requires leadership, not blaming the troops. And it requires appropriate punishment for those who commit the crime and accountability for those who sweep it under the rug or excuse it, as in the highly publicized cases of Lieutenant General Franklin and Lieutenant General Helms as of late. In the Air Force, I witnessed firsthand what happens to those who step forward to report their assaults. I did not want to be stigmatized for reporting my assaults as I tried to move forward with my career. Instead, the best option for me was to try and endure it, to suck it up, and try and make it till I could get transferred somewhere else, only to have it happen over and over again, like a recurring nightmare. When I did come forward to my command, I became one of far too many who fall victim to manipulation and abuse of authority by perpetrators who are higher ranking and have more credibility than those who are in charge, with those who are in charge. Troops have no choice but to acquiesce when under the leadership of a heavy-fisted chain of command. My perpetrators were allowed to resign in lieu of administrative hearings, which would have become a matter of public record. My command never offered the chance to proceed with a court-martial. While I was glad my perpetrators were gone, the reason I finally pressed charges was to prevent any other woman from having to go through what I was forced to endure. My efforts were futile. Since leaving the military, I have dedicated my energy to making sure no man or woman who signs up to serve their country ever has to go through what I experienced. The system is rigged against the victims. Commanders who are responsible for the resolution of these cases are far too often biased in favor of the often higher-ranking perpetrators.